Welcome to Arcade Audio.
Welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do. What's up, dude?
We
still like a whole episode,
like legit.
A whole episode we'll never release of just us, bullshitting.
What's up?
Oh, man. I wish I had anything to talk about.
Yeah, same.
I just used it all up in that last 20 minutes. I don't know, man. Is there anything going on? What's the haps in the blogospheres? You know what I'm saying?
We just got a new...
What the fuck are you going to say?
We just got a new little end table in our living room.
Oh, cool. Yeah, take a picture. That'll be the...
Fuck, that's really funny, actually.
the image for the
Yeah, it's
episode.
just a nice little table.
This is like not breaking any news, but there's a Netflix special, or not even, I don't know what the fuck it is, a show that Tim Robinson does now called I Think You Should Leave. And I think everyone should watch it. It's okay if you don't like it, but I think everyone should watch it.
Well, and each episode's like 15 minutes, which is
stupid. You can watch every single episode in like, I don't know, it's like 2 hours, 3 hours, like 3 hours tops. I don't think it will not even take you 3 hours.
No, it's so good. For the first time in my entire life, I got done watching something and was pissed that there wasn't more.
I've rewatched it 2 or 3 times now. And it holds up because it's so insane.
It is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, go watch that.
It's nice. It's nice that there was just something that was made that's just like everyone loves it, which is not true, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. Check it out. Give them a season 2.
I feel like that's the kind of show that's like essentially free to make. You know, like
and it's just I'm sure it's just like Tim Robinson in a room with like 5 other people just like spitballing.
Yeah, and then actually filming it is
right. It's just like
we'll go to a house or whatever. It's
right.
It's not.
I mean, there's a couple of weird special effects, but overall it's just very There's nothing special going on. It's just weirdos dressed in like hot dog costumes.
I should rewatch it.
Yeah, you should, man. We'll do live commentary. That'll be fun. We'll do
live commentary on someone else's sketch commentary is maybe the worst thing.
So much as sketch comedy. It's sketch commentary. I would watch sketch commentary.
Well, wasn't that that's Shorties watching Shorties?
Shit, hold on. What is that? That was a Cartoon Network show.
No, it was Comedy Central.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
It was. They just took like clips of stand up, but reframed it, I believe, as babies doing stand up.
Yes,
and then like 2 like Comedy Central roast personalities basically hosted as babies. It was all cartoons.
What the fuck?
So it would be like the babies would just be like, "Oh man, Dane Cook really he is wet like an alien from Alien, huh?"
That's so fucking stupid. Oh man. Was it before or after Crank Yankers and the time slot? I hated that.
I want to say
I really
after.
hated that show.
I also hated Crank Yankers.
Okay.
I think in general crank calls are mean.
I agree.
And I think
phone calls are mean.
Agreed for sure. Every time you come here, our buzzer is broken. Every time you come here, you have to call me, and I'm pissed.
Rightly so.
I do think that one John Cena call.
The John Cena call is very funny
because it's not a. I mean, it's just like someone annoying someone else. It's not
right. I mean, it is still bullying in a way, but also like, man, it's so funny.
It's like a husband doing it to his wife or something.
Yeah, because the premise is like, well, not the premise, but like the backstory is, the wife like hates wrestling.
Yeah, I mean,
because the husband loved it too much. Basically, I wouldn't stop talking about it.
My favorite fucking thing to do in the whole world is to annoy Jessica.
Yeah,
it's so fucking funny.
It's really funny. Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. I used to do it.
Because I have that instinct too. Not for her, but just like
for Jessica,
specifically to annoy her.
I used to do that with my parents when I was little. I was like, I know that you hate this, and this doesn't. I don't really care about this, but just getting under your skin is so fucking funny.
What the fuck is that? Is that a defect?
Yes.
Or is that like a feature?
That's why we're the way we are.
Well, that's certainly true, but I'm just wondering, like, is that something that nature gave us to succeed? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Like how dogs like, play fight with each other so that they can like fuck up other dogs?
Sure. That's exactly. Like, is that like some sort of natural instinct that we have that helps us or hurts us in the wild? You know what I'm saying? Like, both of us wear glasses, so that's obviously like bad.
Right.
If we got, if like the world devolved into like nuclear winter or something, and we had to just like live on the outside. Is annoying our significant others a good or a bad thing? It's probably bad, right?
Well, maybe it's like testing the relationship. Like you,
That's interesting.
so like, oh yeah, you.
Is that what that is?
We can like get through this. You know, it's like, so if something actually bad happens,
Right.
like we'll be able to get through it.
That's interesting. That's a nice positive take on that.
I think it's fun to kind of think of things and imagine why, like how evolutionarily it came to be.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Because I feel like everything can be literally everything can be traced to that. I think
that's the point of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
listen
just harder to see because you don't think about it in those terms.
right. I listened to this podcast. I think it's called This American Life.
Okay.
I think it was This American
Doesn't
Life.
ring a bell, but
And they were talking about, which is something that I have like kind of thought in my head, but then they put it in like science terms, and I was like, shit, that rules and is so depressing.
okay.
Basically, like, you know, it was this like whole long episode about free will, but they got to the point where this one guy was basically saying like free will doesn't actually exist because every single thing that you do can be traced into your brain. Like it's just chemical reactions. It's just reacting to stimulus all the way. And like, you can't go back to a point when it's not that. You know?
If you think about that too hard, it's kind of it fucks you up.
Yeah.
So like, I'm trying not to right now, but yeah. Like, it doesn't bother me that I don't have free will. It just bothers me that like everything is being predetermined.
Yeah.
Like as I'm constructing this sentence,
you were always going to say this sentence from before you were ever fucking born.
Right.
That sentence was always going to come out of your mouth.
Exactly. Just because like the way like things have shook out.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's no good.
No.
There's nothing you can do about it, I guess, right?
I don't think so.
Is there a way to like fake like what's it called like when you juke somebody in football where you think you're on one way and go another? Is there a way to do that with your own brain?
Well, we were just talking about this before the podcast started about those magicians who like, you know, get you to think something and you're like, there's no way they're going to get me because I thought of a thing and then I thought of a different thing. No, they know
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Your brain's always going to get you.
Yep.
Man.
You want to get an article for this 425th episode of our podcast?
Is that even accurate?
I think it's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
425? Does that sound that sound like 100 too many?
Yeah, it does sound like 100 too many to me.
Yeah, because we did not do 420. We're on the road to 420.
We're on the road to 420. Yeah,
it must be 325.
That's definitely more accurate.
355.
355.
Wrong over and over and over. Episode 355 of our podcast that we've been doing for 355 years.
It feels that way sometimes, huh?
Okay. Wowie zowie.
What's up?
This is a pretty good one.
All right.
The Walking Dead TV series.
Wow, just the whole thing?
Yep, just the whole thing.
Awesome. Let's just knock it out then. Like, I was just thinking about this yesterday.
The Walking Dead?
Yeah, I was like, man, I never finished that show, huh?
It's still on. Which
That's
is
what I'm saying. Like, I never, like, whatever it was, season ended. Let's say it's 6, and maybe they're on 8 now.
Right.
I just stopped watching.
I never finished the comics either. Look, I'm almost done with volume 2 or tome 2.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just like, it's the same problem I have with every TV show, man. It's like 6 seasons is the fucking absolute maximum you should have.
Especially for a drama.
Sure.
I think for a comedy, still, you should not go past 6 seasons.
Yeah.
But like, if
you're telling a story, you're saying.
If you're telling a story, yes.
Because like if it's a comedy, we assume it's like episodic.
Yes.
And so like, can these characters exist in a vacuum? If they can, then whatever.
Like I just totally caught up with It's Always Sunny, which is 13, 14 seasons.
It's crazy how many. Yeah.
To be fair, each season's only like 10 episodes.
Right.
So like,
true.
Cheers. In 13 seasons, Cheers had twice as many episodes. You know what I'm saying? However many.
Yeah.
But the characters can absolutely exist in a vacuum, and it's just like, what if they bought a bounce house? You know, it's like,
well, yeah, and even on top of all that, like season to season, there'll be like an overarching like weird thing. Maybe not always, but like the season where like there was Fat Mac,
right?
Just because he's like, I don't know, let's just do it. Same thing with Archer.
Sure.
It was like, okay, well, we don't want us to get stale, so like, let's do this too.
Have you watched Angie Tribeca?
I've seen a couple episodes of Angie Tribeca.
I think we've talked about it on the show.
Yeah, we have.
They did the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first 2 seasons are pretty similar. Then the 3rd season is different, and the 4th season is different.
You know what else did that? There's a series of video games called what are the video games called? Saints Row.
Yep.
And they started getting wackadoo.
Well, because it started out as a Grand Theft Auto like clone,
Straight up
basically,
ripoff,
right?
yeah.
And
then they realized like, okay, this is nothing. So like it got pretty goofy.
Yeah,
it was fun. Like superpowers and
like aliens. You become the president. Something like
you become
insane.
your gang becomes like your cabinet. And what's his name? David, is that his name? Is he the All-State guy? Is that who I'm thinking of? No,
Flo?
Not Flo. I'm thinking of Flo. No, I forget who it is, but it's like some real actor who's just like your like best friend in the game
as the actor,
as himself. Like,
fuck, that's so funny.
I don't think it's the All-State guy though. It's someone like very like legit. It's like, why are you doing the voice for this thing?
Weird.
It's really funny.
The Walking Dead is an American post-apocalyptic horror television series for AMC based on the comic book series by Robert Kirkman, Tony Moore, and Charlie Adlard. The series features a large ensemble cast as survivors of a zombie apocalypse, trying to stay alive under near constant threat of attacks from the mindless zombies, colloquially known as walkers. However, with the fall of humanity, these survivors also face conflict from other living survivors who have formed groups and communities with their own sets of laws and morals.
Go ahead.
Often leading.
No, I am going to interrupt.
Okay.
Most of the show isn't even about the zombies.
Right.
I know we're not breaking new ground by like commentating on this.
I know. Shorty's watching Shorty.
Shorty's watching Shorties, man.
That's the thing that spooks me out the most about the show. This show and shows like this it's too real.
Yeah.
Because we're all always just pretending that things are
right.
That things are okay. Right. And as soon as one little thing happens,
we're just like one little painted line on a road away from like chaos. Mm-hmm. But for some reason we're just choosing to right. There's an episode I won't get too into it in case people care about spoilers for some reason for the show, but there's an episode where like a bunch of the good guys like clandestinely go out and kill a bunch of like essentially bad guys, and it's like in the dead of night, and it's like really fucking raw, dude.
Yeah,
like, in the way that it's like, whoa, holy shit, this is real fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was like the first time like in the show where I was actually like, wow, there are some fucking dire consequences happening right here, man. This is crazy shit. And it was pretty wild, man. Like, I don't feel like a show had ever done that before, where it was like, all right, we're going to show you a bunch of people just like you and me who are just going to go out and they don't want to, but they have to shoot a sleeping person in the head with a revolver. Mm-hmm. It's like, holy fucking shit, dude. This is on TV, huh?
Yeah, it's not great. And in that situation, there's no way to not participate. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just like hang out at home. You know? Like,
I don't know, can you not? I mean, obviously you're culpable regardless. Like you don't get off scot-free. Like if you do stay home, you're still part of it.
But you can't. But you have to be part of it because you have to go get food and shit. You know, like you can't. You have to leave your house, and even if you don't leave your house, it's gonna come to your house.
It's coming to you. Yeah.
The Walking Dead. It's coming to you. Did you ever watch Fear the Walking Dead?
I was just gonna say I never watched that show. Are you kidding me?
We watched like the first season.
Yeah, it was generous of you.
It was pretty fun. There was some. Maybe we honestly might have watched the first 2 seasons.
Okay.
There was some fun boat stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
It was interesting. It was like a fun thing that you ain't seen before.
Sure.
It didn't turn out well for anyone, you know. I don't even know what season they're on. Can
you imagine if it was like The Walking Dead was just like 4 episodes? It was like, oh, this turned out okay. Like, there's no drama at all. We figured it out.
The interesting thing that I believe the creator has said is like, I don't really know why, I never really came up with a reason why it happened or how it happened. And I don't really have an ending because that's not what it's about. It's just about the people, which is neat and unsatisfying.
I would say those are very apt descriptors. Like, I do agree that like, it doesn't matter. It's like, what are you trying to tell? What's the story you're trying to tell, right? Yeah.
Well, and then there are people like, at least like me, who I'm so like, fucking stupid about the minutia of stuff. Where I'm like,
I'm the same way.
Well, where did they get the map to Luke Skywalker? And it's like, well, it doesn't matter. That's not what the fucking story is about. You know?
Right.
But that's why I have all these goddamn books.
Right. You mean to tell me King K. Rool found out where Donkey Kong hid all his secret bananas? I don't think so, Donkey Kong 64.
I've come to find that
And where did he get all these bananas? And don't they go bad?
It's given me like an unhealthy relationship with media.
Yeah.
Because I'll watch like anything.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the Pokemon trailer that just came out, and
Sure.
it's like, what does this mean? And it's like, maybe it fucking means nothing because it's just a dumb game for babies.
Right. Oh, he's
And that's
purple.
fine.
He's purple. What does purple mean?
You know, and it's like, even just as like watching a Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's like,
Star Wars is different because they've built it up that way.
But I think that it is different only because other people have made it different. But the people who are making the movies are just making fucking movies. And then like
for the most part, yeah.
nerds like me are
Right.
going to go write the books to be like, well, this is why,
Sure.
you know,
This is why Han says parsecs instead of kilometers or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you were kind of like fucked from the get with Star Wars when like by the time you were born, there were already like literal encyclopedias of like every snow speeder and you know. But that was part of what I liked about John Wick, the first one. Have you seen all of them?
John Wick?
John Wick.
No, I've only seen the first one actually.
Okay, so in the first one, they just set up some like cool things here and there.
Yeah, just nuggets.
Like like the gold coins. I want to say they set up,
Yeah.
and like the hotel where it's neutral ground, so nobody can kill each other.
Yeah, and then they made that into its own whole movie.
Right. And the whole the second movie I thought was really cool, and then I don't know. This is like the second time we've talked about John Wick in a row.
What was the name of that hotel movie?
Hotel Artemis.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is not John Wick.
No,
come
but
on.
they were
Y'all.
like
it's straight up like
that one thing from John Wick was cool, right? Let's
Let's
make that.
Let's see what Dave Bautista's up to. See if he wants to get on some of this action. Which reminds me, he's got a film coming out called Stuber, I think is maybe what it's called.
That's the one with the kid?
No. This is the one with Kumail Nanjiani.
Okay.
I don't even know if Stuber is the name of the movie or if it's the hashtag or if it's both.
Okay.
And I kind of hate this digital world that we live in now because Stuber is a bad name for a movie. But do you know the premise of it?
No.
Kumail is an Uber driver. I assume his name is Stu. I'm not really joking. And Dave Bautista is a cop, I guess. And they become like partners. Like Dave Bautista like takes Kumail's like commandeers a car or whatever to a crime, and they become partners. And
Man, that sounds cool as
the
shit.
trailer, honestly, it's the kind of movie where I would be like, "Fuck this! This sucks! I hate everything." The trailer makes it look so fun. It's like another. It's like the same. It's like was it 22 Jump Street, 21 Jump Street? You ever see those?
Yeah, those movies rule.
They rule. They're really good. Like when you watch a trailer, you're like, "Fuck this! Sucks!" But then you're like, "No, this is awesome!" And it looks like another one of those movies.
Man, I'll watch the trailer.
Yeah,
after
watch
this.
the trailer. You'll find yourself being like, "Fuck, man, this looks awesome." Like, and it might just be that like Kumail's great, and Dave Bautista seems pretty great too. Like, he's like one of those John Cena types where it's like, "Oh, he's funny, weird."
Yeah, he's allowed.
Kumail is also in the new Men in Black movie,
Which comes out like this weekend, just out of the fucking blue.
totally out of the blue. I don't think I like Kumail's character though, because it's like a little, sort of like a C-3PO or a Jar Jar Binks type, like comedic, relief type character. He's like this little, I don't even know, like this little goblin man, alien.
Is he New Frank?
The pug. That's probably a good way to describe it. But he's like with them.
Frank was with them?
No, he like, just hangs out on one of their shoulders like a parrot.
Oh,
That's what I mean. Like, that's what the trailer makes it look like. And I'm like, I don't really need Kumail. Like, there's already too much comedy in the first place.
Right, it's a comedy film.
It's a comedy film. Like the first one works because you have Will Smith, and then you have what's his name, fucking
Tommy Lee Jones.
Who is decidedly not a comedian. And that's it. There's those two guys. That's it. And so you had this fun fish out of water story.
The second one does not work because it has Johnny Knoxville.
Too much comedy. Johnny Knoxville, too funny.
Did you ever see the third one?
No.
You should watch the third
bet
one.
it's good.
I think you would legit like it.
Good. So I don't know. I want to like the new one too.
Speaking of two things we just talked about, you know that they were going to make a 21 Jump Street Men in Black crossover.
Yes, I do know that, and I still pray to Satan every day that happens.
That would be maybe the best movie of all time.
I agree. I don't know what could even make it better. It'd be fucking. Oh my god! You know what would make it better? Movie happens. It's fucking dynamite. It's gonna win 1 million Oscars. We're sitting in the movie theater like it's awesome. Credits are rolling. Credits fade out, and there's an end sequence, and the fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show up.
God damn it! Smell you later.
The eyes are the windows to your face.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.